Saturday, January 10th, 2026, first flight of the year. All right, John Lindbergh just launched, is up in the air. I've done my pre-flight, done my hang check, very light winds. We're gonna give this a go, see what happens. I'm nervous, don't know why. I think because it's been a month since I've flown. We got to get up there and do it. Here we go. Okay, so I was nervous. Why was I nervous? Because my last flight at Crawford, where I couldn't get into my harness correctly and pulled in my speed bar too much and created PIO and had to think and fly and fight through all of that. I didn't want to have to repeat any of that. I wanted to soar like light wind legend John Lindbergh and my buddy Mike as well, who's had some really cool soaring flights. I wanted things to go smooth today. I didn't want to make any mistakes, and I was really beating myself up in my head. However, the time had come to fly. Launching! Before this flight, I did make adjustments to my harness so that, at least theoretically, I wouldn't be in that Crawford situation again. But I was also nervous because I didn't fully understand yet how to fully use my Vario on a flight, and also because my glasses were fogging up a little bit from the heat of my breath in the cold winter air, and also because my hands were really cold, and because I haven't even zipped up my harness yet during the flight. But also I haven't had a true soaring flight yet. And if I was gonna have a true soaring flight like John Lindbergh does, then I was gonna have to figure out how to do a top landing, unlike my crash in December when I did my first top landing. So I could go on and on and on about all the voices in my head and all the things that they were saying to me, which, in some ways it's good to have those voices in your head because they're the same voices that also say, hey, did you do your hang check? Or hey, did you do your pre-flight? Do you have on your helmet? Are you buckled into your leg straps of your harness? Is your chin strap strapped? But something happens when I launch off the mountain. Everything goes quiet. The voices, they disappear for a little bit, and the flight sets in. The focus takes over, and I get situated. I feel the wind on my face. I no longer feel gravity sticking me to the earth. I'm a bird now. I'm flying. And as you can see, I tucked my landing gear up into my harness on this flight. I'm hanging at a much better and a more level angle, which gives me better center of gravity and better control over the glider. So the voices do come back, but this time they're celebrating and they're saying, hey, we did it. We're in the harness. We're not flapping all over the place like a windsock. This is great. Now let's make sure we don't pull in that speed bar too much. And in fact, let's go really light with our grip on the bar. And look at that, we're flying. Holy crap, we're flying. So I focus and I laugh to myself and I relax. I'm enjoying the absolute hell out of all of this. But I'm also still remaining focused because I know that I must constantly make decisions to not only keep myself safe, but to keep myself up in the air as long as I can, as that's, of course, the goal of free flight. And then I realized that it's all just slowly coming together. Every flight brings something new, just like it did when I was going through my lessons with Ted. You learn something new, you feel something new, and you do something new. It's like learning to crawl and then walk and then run. So this flight was the first time that I got to make an extra pass along the ridge before going into my landing mode and down into the lower LZ, which I was super stoked about. And this became a progression flight for me, a small one, where we have to celebrate every new little thing that we conquer because that's how we get better. So I was super stoked that I got that extra bit of time in the air. It gave me a small glimpse of what I know will be coming soon, which is a full soaring flight. I cannot wait to see where my skills end up by the end of this year. I really hope you enjoy this flight, the scenery, the progression of my Hang 2 skills in this video, and look forward to showing you the next one. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was pretty awesome. I had to work through a lot of nerves on that. Whew! First time I heard my Vario beeping up. That had my heart racing the entire time. Gonna finish that flight. It's about a 4-minute flight. I got to soar. I got in my harness. It was adjusted better. I can't even tell you how much I wanted to tell you that I was nervous for this flight, but I had to work through that in my mind and keep myself calm. And now I'm excited and happy. Excited and happy that I got through that I got to make the turns I did, that I soared up like I did, that I got in my harness the way I did. Oh my gosh, I need to fly more. Oh, that was so rad. Oh, I'm so glad I did this today.